Yeah, MIC. Yo, Monday Sassy. The Monday Combat. Yo.
Nelson Mandela, the Apartheid, and the Mandela Effect. Episode 1, Pixelated History. Let's go. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Episode 1, Pixelated History. I am here. We are the Weekly Warriors, and this is Cool Ev. I am Dad Sasson, a.k.a. Peanut, and we're here to talk about Episode 1, Mandela Effect, and Nelson Mandela. Do you know who Nelson Mandela is?
Let me read.
No, you don't have to read it. I'll read it for you. Okay?
Alright.
I got you. Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid activist, politician, and statesman who served as the first president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He's the country's first black head of state and first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of the apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation. Ideologically, an African nationalist and socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress from 1991 to 1997. That's way before your time. That's way before your time. So basically, Nelson Mandela was an activist who was a political prisoner at one point, who eventually became someone that became basically president of South Africa. You know what I'm saying? You got me? So do you know what the apartheid is?
Apartheid. Segregation.
Segregation. Yeah, that's a real. You know what? I actually have the simplified version of it. I'll read it. Okay. So the apartheid, the apartheid is a policy of racial segregation formerly practiced in the Republic of South Africa, which it literally came up that. So I just printed it in big letters because I need glasses. So basically, he came to power. I should have turned that down. I should have turned that down. So he became president after being a prisoner. But you know what's really crazy?
Yeah.
That's where the Mandela effect comes from. See, some people remember Nelson Mandela. Some people remember Nelson Mandela dying before he actually died. He died in 2013, but a lot of people thought he was dying. He died in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So what does the Mandela effect mean to like your generation? What do you guys talk about when you think about like the Mandela effect? Now that everyone knows who Nelson Mandela is and what the Mandela effect is based off of, give me an example of what you youngins talk about. I got that from someone.
What about the robber emoji? That never existed, by the way.
The robber?
Basically, the emoji was supposed to be a robber holding a bag of cash.
Oh yeah.
On a bag, and he had.
I actually remember that.
Stripe. But like it was like looking like an MF Paint and stuff.
Oh, so you're saying that never existed? Because I remember the robber emoji. I think a lot of people remember that.
That was posted onto Reddit originally, and basically, it got proven as a hoax. So
that's crazy. That's real crazy.
That was a short-lived freaking robber emoji kind of Mandela effect going on.
That's just honestly, I actually remember the robber emoji. I thought it was a thing. There's a bunch of other ones too, right?
Yeah, we got the Pikachu Blacktail, which never existed to other people's minds.
Wait, you mean the black tip on the tail of Pikachu never existed?
Never existed. And the monocle on the
Monocle?
Monocle.
It's all good.
Monocle on the Monopoly guy.
Right, yeah.
Did it ever exist? We don't know.
So you're all right. So you mean to tell me the monocle never happened? That's the Mandela. You see, sometimes kids say things and it kind of messes with you. This is one of those moments.
Yeah. It's kind of confusing on what to choose. Either it has a monocle,
right,
or a no monocle.
So you think that's a what do you think the Mandela effect really is? Is it like a glitch in the system or something?
Basically, a Mandela effect is like what people remembered or not. And basically, they're saying it's like, oh, lost media, blah, 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 and stuff, you know.
Nah, I totally get what you're saying. So it's basically like people memorize things and that's not exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like the robber emoji.
The robber emoji.
That was also short-lived.
Yeah.
And even Graggle Simpson was a short-lived one because that's well, not a real Simpsons character.
No way.
Yeah. People blamed it to be a real Simpsons character, and also a Nintendo Wii character as well.
Which one?
Which was hidden in the files.
Which one?
I forgot its name, but it was supposed to be like some guy with, it's like something, a floating head with like this kind of pointy, like a bird thing, and then pointing at you.
I'm gonna look that up.
But basically, it's actually a hoax. So
all that's just hoax. Is it a hoax or is it a Mandela effect?
We don't know basically, but people, it was short-lived actually.
I can imagine.
Short-lived.
I can imagine. So
I think someone checked the files over like the Nintendo Wii. I mean, like.
So you mean they broke down the program, got into the files?
Yeah, and then
on every Nintendo Wii though, or just like
no, then in Super Mario Wii.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and nothing popped up.
That's crazy. See, in my time, I remember a movie called Shazam, and a lot of people my age do remember that. It turns out that movie never happened. Yeah, this actor named Sinbad plays Shazam, and it turns out that never happened. Which bothers me. To this day, I swear I saw that movie. I swear I had that movie at one point too, but apparently it never happened.
It's probably like your imagination or dreams and stuff, you know.
I see what you're saying, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of people remember watching Shazam, and I'm sure a lot of people remember the robber emoji and the monocle in the eye.
Yeah, I guess
everyone's got to
Oh, and don't forget about Curious
George.
George.
Curious George. That one bothers me too. He had a tail, right?
Yeah, that's
no, he did not. Curious George did not have a tail. Apparently, we all got that messed up.
Looney Tunes from Warner Bros.
Yeah.
Did it have TOONS or TUNES?
So TUNES was the actual spelling of it? It wasn't TOONS?
We don't know, but basically, tunes means like cartoons,
right?
While tunes means like music and other stuff.
Which is why you would think it was TOONS. It makes more sense to do Looney Tunes as opposed to like Looney TUNES tunes, which means music. So yeah, I can see. I still think I'm telling you something. The Mandela effect is real.
It is.
It is real. It is real. So yeah, there's a lot of instances in life where we remember things differently. Do you think it's just like a brain thing where your brain kind of forces you to remember things a certain way, or do you think it's an actual like glitch in the system?
Probably we don't know, but basically we think it's a glitch in the system or something. I don't literally know, but it's kind of like pretty confusing overall.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm confused now because I remember certain things and I'm like, wait a minute, that was tunes. It was TOONS, but it turns out it wasn't that. And sometimes I feel like maybe your mind fills in the blanks, or maybe it's a glitch in the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like basically, there's a lot of Mandela effect going on here.
There is. Well, I'm glad you sat down to talk about this. You want to tell people about yourself a little bit?
My name's Evan Rivera.
And my name is Dad Sasson, a.k.a. Peanut.
And you can call us PIXEL8ED
History. Yeah. All right, so that concludes our episode 1. I had a fun time talking to you. It was educational because when you first brought this up to me, he brought it up a while back. It was a while back ago. Then I started looking into it, and I thought, wow, that's...
Oh, and don't forget, people also think on the internet that Serial Experiments Lane was also released in 1998.
Right.
While other people think that was released in 1999.
So what's the answer?
And basically, since Duvet sounded like it was like basically after the show came out in 1998.
Yeah.
Because Duvet was released in 1998. So basically, the real answer has to be 1999.
I didn't know that. See, that's another thing I didn't know.
Because they used Duvet as the intro.
You know what's crazy? That's 1990. You're not old enough to know 1999 stuff.
Yeah. But, like, look, people think it is, and that's a Mandela effect.
I could see that. That's for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, man. It was weird talking about it. It was fun talking about it. And a lot of people say Mandela effect, and they don't know the actual name Mandela. And I think it's important to tie in the past with the present. And hopefully this isn't going to be a Mandela effect in the future. And they'll say, oh, well, that never happened. No, it happened.
Yeah.
PIXEL8ED History,
Like,
episode 1. What's up,
What's
baby?
up?
In your face, everybody. In your face.
Yeah.
And we're out of here, man. We're out of here. We got things to do.
All
We're
right.
important people. And you know what? Thanks for listening. This is episode 1. We'll work on it, but we are going to be way more sophisticated. What do you want to do episode 2? You know what? We'll think about what we're going to do for episode 2.
Yeah.
Maybe people in the comments can pick what we talk about for episode 2.
Or we'll just look it up in our history book.
We have history books. See, a lot of people don't know what books are anymore. Y'all young ones, we got books, baby. We got books.
Yeah.
All right, so that's...
All right, transition.
Transition? Oh, you want me to transition?
I will.
We're still here.
Oh, and I'll transition.
You transition. Got it.